Jan, ich bin's wieder, Kesunai Haram, hier mit meinem Let's Play von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Den DLC dazu. Was ich einfach mal ganz frech dazwischen geschoben habe. Einfach, weil es zeitlich passt. Und wir erinnern uns, wir haben beim letzten Mal die ersten Investigation fertig und haben es geschafft, dass dieser Fall vor Gericht gebracht werden kann und der bearbeitet wird mit Orla als verdächtigen Angeklagten. Genau. Ja, ich habe kurz das Wort vergessen. Ein Orca als Angeklagte. Herrlich. Na dann, 21. Juli, 9:21 Uhr. District Court of Defendant Lobby Number 3. Good morning, Mr. Wright! Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. Aber nicht extra müde, oder? And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also sued the Swashbuckler video, so we can watch it anytime. Jupp, wenn wir also auf die Details gehen würden, dann würden wir nochmal die Opening-Sequenz zu diesem Fall nochmal gucken. Thanks, it just might help our case. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Yeah. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough at this by Prosecutor Blackwell. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. That explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it! It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing! That was a compliment, right? Naja, wenn es außerstachlich noch super flauschig ist, dann ja. Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Ah, Mr. Rhymes. You came to watch the trial? Yeah, Sasha's back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. Well, don't you worry. We're going to win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss? Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. Okay, let's do this! Let's go! Wer erraten kann, von wem das ist, der kriegt einen imaginären Keks. 21. Juli, 9:30 Uhr, District Court, Courtroom Number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Orla Shipley!
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Must we waste words on this?
Prosecutor Simon Blackwell, known as the Twisted Samurai. He's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk Taka by his side.
Mr. Wright! It's been quite a while since
Ich hatte jetzt gerade das Gefühl, die Tür hinter mir hat sich geöffnet.
Mr. Wright! It's been quite a while since I've seen you like that! The lawyer image suits you! You look younger somehow!
Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself.
Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all! By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet?
Surely you jest your boldness. Did you not receive the memo?
The defendant, Aura Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium.
Ein Orca? Der hat das echt nicht gewusst? Warum sagt ihr das niemand? Sieh, was du spast!
Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant? It's patently absurd! Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place.
Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client.
Your duty to defend your crying ant? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it of man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka for example. He's as human in spirit as you and I.
Oh, wie süß! The real question is, am I in for more pain? As always.
Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant! And I vote to render my verdict fairly and impartially! Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement if you would! I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Shipshape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. A sadistic orca! What a chilling thought! And where exactly is this defendant now? Inside this. A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackwell? Time marches on, your boldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca. A TV phone! Very well, the court accepts this into evidence!
Interessant. Was es nicht alles gibt.
Moment.
Boah, was war das denn?
We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission.
Ha ha ha! You've got it, Prosecutor Blackwell! No.
We will proceed with the defendant on telecast. So that is the orca that stands accused, is it?
Oh! Oh, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on? Oh Gott, ist das süß! Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck!
Ooh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man?
Oh, that's really pouring on the charm, huh?
She is far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal.
That's right, the name's Bobby Fulbright and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we the police raced on over to Shipshape Aquarium. There we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Okay, danke. I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature!
But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your boldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness. Wright.
You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell, and just as we trust! One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up! Und da wird die Tür geöffnet. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book of all the time I spent in that lobby.
Ist ja gut.
Prosecutor Blackwell?
Well...
I am Norma de Plume, and I'm a non-fiction writer. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here? Lipsexter can read into people's words as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena.
What? Norma de Plume? The great non-fiction writer, Miss Norma de Plume herself?
Jetzt hör auf dazwischen zu quatschen! Doch, man hat dich das letzte Mal gehört. Ey, so ein Spast!
I've read all of your works and enjoyed them immensely! Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites!
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like.
Wait a second! I could swear you look much different in the photos on your book!
Well, I used one from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me. The judge seems so shocked. The visual disconnect must really be doing a number on his Honor's head. Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books.
Such harsh comments! You really must be the real Norma de Plume!
Who knew Mr. Plume was so famous?
Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief.
I would thank you not to order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder.
Very well then, please proceed with the testimony!
Oh Mann. Das wird jetzt witzig mit der Frau. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
That adorable defendant really did all that? It must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence.
Objection!
No. The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's alright.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know?
A fellow inmate told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness.
Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
All we need in this case is the evidence and the witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor?
Yes, of course! You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright! I shall release the sight of your thrashing around in vain.
Wir werden ja sehen, wer am Ende noch eine große Fresse zieht. Kreuzverhör! The moment of the murder. So, dann wollen wir mal die richtige Aussage. So, das ist doch schon etwas, was schon sehr stört. Ich meine, sie meint, das Opfer wurde von Orla zu Tode gebissen. Die Sache ist nur die, der Autopsiebericht sagt was anderes. Der wurde mit einem stumpfen Gegenstand oder etwas dergleichen ziemlich hart erwischt. Also kein Biss. It would seem that you are mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be result of orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Wright's back.
Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share?
But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part.
Huh?
Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping.
Braver Vogel. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book.
Very well, let's view the footage!
Braver Vogel. Oh mein Scheiße, oh nein. Nein, böser Vogel!
What's this? The orca is biting the victim!
No way! Sieh mal, du Spast!
I have to say that it appears to be very damning evidence!
No! I can't believe Orla really bit him!
And here is more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist! I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer.
Oh Mann, was muss ich die ganze Zeit gehen?
Look at the left side of the body. See the orca tooth marks in the victim's clothes. Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim!
Och nö. I told you so! And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
You are much too impetuous, right, Donor? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning The orca toyed with the victim mercilessly.
My goodness!
After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey.
Nö, oder? Mr. Wright! The hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear! Fearful of Orla!
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him! But if that's the case, then what? We must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim! Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell.
This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, world mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Now, explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand.
There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. Was Kopfnuss? Orla killed the victim by headbutting him? That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again.
Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget. That footage backups Mr. Plume's testimony. But there's also something very important it does not show. Now, do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca suddenly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that this something is not the victim. Oh! What? I want to look away, but I can't. Oh, come on. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So, are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim?
Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock and his body was all limp. What else could I expect that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
Objection!
Must I do everything around here?
How dare you speak so rudely to me?
There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion.
Was genau jetzt damit meint, sehen wir im nächsten Part. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil.